We are in Tower, Minnesota for the Cabela's North American Bass Circuit.
Trying to catch some largemouth and smallmouth bass.
It's been a really great circuit to fish. It's fun. It's a team tournament format.
Lake Vermillion is a very large lake.
It's got lots of rock formations, tons of different islands. You'd better have your GPS in good working order if you haven't been here before.
Today on Federation Angler TV, we debut the Cabela's North American Bass Circuit.
We are in Tower, Minnesota at the Fortune Bay Casino for the Cabela's North American Bass Circuit. This is our first two-day event. We are a two-person team format based in Minnesota and Wisconsin. We have two tournaments in each state, and this is our second tournament for the 2014 season on Lake Vermillion.
It is a huge lake, and it stretches quite a distance. It is a glacier form lake, meaning it's got lots of rock formations, tons of different islands. You'd better have your GPS in good working order if you haven't been here before. You always feel like you're in the great Northwest when you're out there fishing Lake Vermillion.
The unique thing about fishing this time of the year, which is mid-August, is the fish can be anywhere. You know, the smallmouth can, they can be in 30 foot of water, they can be in 6 foot of water. The largemouth are going to be, they're going to be kind of shallow. The water temperature's in the 70s, so it really runs the gamut of where these fish could be. So you've got to cover lots of different water in order to try to find them, and they're moving a lot. So there's a lot of parts to this game. This particular event is sponsored by Ranger Boats, which is who I work for. Very, very excited about that. Ranger's sponsorship part in this tournament event is a big deal because we don't have any premier event circuits in the north or, in the Wisconsin, Minnesota area. So that was really one of the focuses we had in becoming a sponsor, is to get a premier bass event up north. And we've got a great partner here at Lake Vermillion with the Fortune Bay Casino. We're actually going to have the opportunity to give away a 117 Ranger here on Saturday. So there's so many great things about this particular event. Great body of water. The fishing is going to be great. Somebody's going to really catch a bunch of fish. We have a host site that is beautiful, giving away a Ranger boat. I just need to catch a couple fish.
The rules: they need to catch 5 fish, 14 inches, largemouth and smallmouth. Fishing for the biggest weight over 2 days, which is a possible of 10 fish, and their chance at share of over $27,000, and first place being over $6,000.
We'll get underway with the day one launch as we follow out George Little and Janet Parker.
I got a fish. Get the net. It's a big one. It's either a really big smallmouth. Hold on. Yeah!
So far so good. We're not very long in the day at all. And we've got a pretty good plan set, and the plan was to come out to the main lake and catch 4-pound smallmouth, which I don't know that we might have one, but we've got some 3s. And then later in the day, go largemouth fishing. Okay, I thought he was bigger, but that's okay.
Oh, another one! Get him! Get the net! Get the net! Get the net!
This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Mercury, #1 on the water. And by Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
It's a better fish. Okay, so we gambled a little bit fishing for these main lake, this main basin smallmouth bite, and so far the first shoal we pulled up on, we caught 3 good ones, a couple more bites. So we've moved to our second island area and have caught a couple more. It's a combination of topwater baits and our crankbait is what we've been catching them on. Or I should say what Janet's been catching them on. I've been netting a lot. Okay, that's better. That's better. Got him. Good one. He's mad. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Woo!
Thank you.
Right there. You got one?
Yeah, I don't know how big he is. Oh, he might be big enough. Yeah, he is.
Oh. Oh yeah. Let me see. Thank you. That's good. I need to get it better, but that's a good start. Now we're a couple 2.5 hours into the day and it is wore off. There's no question. So we are going to pick up stakes and run to the other end of the lake. But I would say that this morning's been successful. I'd love to have a little more weight. What do you think, Janet?
We'll get it.
We'll get it. Got a lot of day left.
Let's visit now with Austin Felix and Will Papa.
There's a reef coming up, deep water on both sides, and then there's a trough leading back. I got one following it. Got him! Doesn't it? I don't know, it feels better.
What are you gonna call? You jumped 4 times.
Oh, that's a better one. There we go, on the border.
Got him. Good one, dude. Good one. Good
Coming.
one. Just give up.
Oh, now we'll have a real mess.
Yeah, that'll be beautiful.
Yeah, you were horsing them. Get them in the boat.
We got 3 2.5 pounders in there right now, but I don't think those are gonna do it today, but good to get some fish in the boat early. Makes you fish a little slower.
We'll get another one here eventually. May not be here.
This one might be better, dude.
You want it in there?
No, just don't worry about it. We'll catch that big one.
Dude, that one that rolled on it was a big one. Is that one legal?
Little guy.
Oh, this is a good one.
That's the big one, ain't it?
Yeah, this is a good one.
Not horsing.
Come on, baby, be the right one.
This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Motor Guide, Optima Batteries, True Blue, G-Juice Live Well Treatment, And by Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Oh, this is a good one.
That's the big one, ain't it?
Yeah, this is a good one.
No horse. Those hooks are small. So.
Come on, baby, be the right one. Oh no! Hard. We need the brown goddess of the depths to come up. See you, boys.
All right, what we're doing now is we're gonna pull up to this point. We caught them real good this morning. Right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing a Strike King finesse football head jig. We got a little creature bait on the back there, little rodent, and this thing's been the deal for us. Out here on Lake Vermillion, they really love feeding on crayfish. You know, it's just a crayfish lake, smallies are big, and I'm using these Ducket white ices and the new Ducket reels. They just came out on the market, and I'm telling you, with this rod, we can feel everything. We're fishing rock, and the key for us is just, you know, the bites are super light, so when we're able to feel that little tap, you know, the big ones are just tapping, it feels like perch, and we're able to kind of capitalize on that. But we're gonna pull up to this point here, see if we can't get a few more.
Giant. No.
Oh, dude, that was, all of a sudden I lifted up, it was just there. My hook set was less than stellar. That's for sure. Once we got it in the net, the hook came right out of its mouth, but we got it in the boat, and that's gotta be, I mean, that's at least 3.5, it's gotta be close to 4. I've been killing them on this. This is that new Strike King Rage structure bug. We've been throwing the black with the red and the black with the blue flake. 3/0 hook, 20-pound fire line. This thing is so versatile, it's amazing. When you're out in open water like this, you can kind of pump it back, swim it, you can run it across the top. We'll get a blow up on it like this. You can just kill it, let it drop and get them like that. Skipping it under the docks. This thing just has an incredible action. It's amazing.
Hurry, I'm just gonna...
I mean, oh, it doesn't get better than this. It really doesn't.
So I had a long run north. You can see that it has that Vermillion dock where it's got all those rocks underneath and a permanent dock. And these are some of the oldest docks, I believe, on the lake. So they've set up a structure of their own where they've got rock piles and permanent fish. These are resident fish that live here. And you'll get the transient fish that come up and reload on these spots every day. Right now I'm gonna pick another smallie beaver. They tend to do better on the smaller ones than the larger ones. I've tried both. And they just seem to pick up more fish. Get a little color on here. Take a little bit of dye. Get the back end of it colored. Away she goes. Again, when we get a little closer, you're going to see that there's crayfish just falling right off of the rocks. There's so many. So the orange in my jig gives it a little bit more of a presentation. You know, why hit me?
Any size, Todd?
No.
And we need to get one more good bite, and I think we'll be pretty happy with where we're at today. So we need one more good bite, and we're gonna go make it happen. We got an hour and a half to do it, so we're gonna get her done.
Day one has come to a close. Austin Felix and Will Papa come in third with 19 pounds, 10 ounces. Kane and Brandy Tronson finish day one in second with 19 pounds, 15 ounces. The father-son team of Andrew and Michael Nichols take first place with 20 pounds, 11 ounces.
The fish were on today, at least when the wind was blowing, so hopefully tomorrow the conditions will be right and maybe we can all still catch them. As long as we catch 20 pounds again, we should be all right.
Here's the rest of the leaderboard for day one. Day 2 of the Cabela's North American Bass Circuit is up next when we return here on Federation Angler TV. This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Stratus. The right quality, the right performance, all the right price. And by Sea Grant, University of Wisconsin. Andrew and Michael Nichols lead the field as Day 2 gets underway for the 2014 North American Bass Circuit.
We're expecting to catch them again. We didn't really hit our spots too hard, so we're hoping that they're still there and still biting. This is a pretty satisfying feeling after fishing this circuit for 2 years. We always kind of felt like we're just at the edge of breaking through, and now today we're going out in first place. So it's a nice feeling, but it's just like fishing. It's not about what you did yesterday. You got to go fishing today, and we got to catch them today. Good one. Looks like it. Resisting. Not real big, but we'll take him. Caught this one on a football jig. Nice little tick and bite, and you love it when you set the hook and it comes in solid. Notice the schooling activity on the surface, and Andy had just made a cast with his tube, so once you see them schooling, you gotta get on top of them as quick as you can, and that time I was able to get out there. So he had his topwater bait on, and they hit on right on the first cast, didn't they? Yep. If you get on them quick, they usually will bite. It's a good one. They were all big ones coming up right here. 390. 390, very good. Okay, well, it's about 9:30 in the morning, 9:40 I guess, and we've had a pretty good morning so far. I don't know how many fish, I guess we've caught 14, 15 fish. We're up to about 19 pounds. So it's a good start to the day, and we got a lot of day left to find a few more 4+s.
Let's see how the rest of the field is doing.
Yeah, we still don't have a fish in the tank. I'm starting to get a little nervous, but we've still got a lot of water to fish. We were gonna get rid of the camera for a little bit here. We hooked into our first keeper. It's a start, and hopefully we can build off of that for the rest of the day.
So what we're doing here, we're just fishing over this hump. It's a little hump that I found in practice, and we're actually seeing the fish on the graph, and they're hanging right on the edge of it. So I'm just glued to that graph. When I see an arc, I drop my drop shot down in there, and we've been getting them that way. And well, that's a small one.
It's time to weigh in for the final day of the Cabela's North American Bass Circuit. Will Papa and Austin Felix claim third with a 2-day total of 38 pounds, 2 ounces. Joseph Hall and Aaron LaRoque jumped from 5th to 2nd with a total of 38 pounds, 5 ounces. Andrew and Michael Nichols hold on to their lead and win this event with a 2-day total of 40 pounds, 9 ounces.
Anytime you have a 2-day tournament, you're always apprehensive about how things are going to work on day 2. First fish Andy caught within about 5 minutes. It was a 4+, and that put a lot of relaxation into our attitude. It took the stress off for sure, that first fish. NABC is an awesome organization. They run a real good tournament trail. All the amenities that go with a tournament. It's been an awesome experience fishing with them.
We came up here not expecting a whole lot, and found some decent fish and didn't lose any fish, so that kind of turned out for us, kind of, I guess, makes a big difference when you don't lose them big ones, so we're happy.
We caught fish all day, and we didn't drop any places. We stayed in third after first and in second, so can't really complain about that.
Here are the final results. The Fortune Bay Resort Casino has been our host site for this event.
Oh, the rooms are nice, and the ramp is right here, so it's easy to get to.
The Fortune Bay Casino here is awesome. The service here, I mean, they do everything but wait on you hand and foot. Definitely going to be back up here. It's the first time I've ever fished Lake Vermillion, and it's definitely on the list of top 5 favorite after today.
Every time I come up, I stay at Fortune Bay Casino because it's just, they have great boat access. The launch is free if you're staying here. You can have a boat slip if you want it, or you can put your boat on the trailer. Plenty of boat and trailer parking and electricity, which is always the first thing that we're looking for as fishermen. My wife is bugging me because I didn't bring her. She always likes to come and enjoy the museum that they have, the pool, the sauna. So I'm kind of in the doghouse because I didn't bring her on this trip.
Or anything, but what'd you get there?
Right here, good one. Oh, yeah. Right at the boat when I was reeling in.
There's some action.